Now we're looking at HISD's multi-billion-dollar bond that they're looking at putting up. The county's weighing a tax increase, apparently. There's a rumor of that. City garbage fee, city tax increase, city $650 million bond. That's a lot of money coming from one group of people.
A flashback to last week's stellar edition of What's Your Point and our good friend Charles Blaine making the argument for revenue-generating restraint, at least when it comes to additional levies on hard-pressed local taxpayers. Blaine advanced his position this week with a column citing hard data confirming that due to inflation, the average Texas household is spending an additional $12,000 for the same goods and services they were buying in 2021. Panel, clearly we thought Charles's point was worthy of further discussion. I'm going to go right back to you, Bill. I mean, there's some merit there. People don't have a lot of extra cash.
Right, and I think what, the Houston Chronicle knows love to talk about this supposed revenue cap on the city of Houston. There is no revenue cap on the city of Houston. The only thing there is a limitation on how much city council can raise property taxes, which are only about 25% of what the city brings in. City revenues, county revenues have both been going up at about 3 times what wages in Harris County have been going up for the last decade. Water rates are up 50%. By the way, your utility rates are getting ready to go up a bunch to pay for the Uri storm. Property taxes are up. Everything is up. At some point in time, they just can't keep taxing people because you know what's going to happen? People are going to start moving out. And oh, by the way, in the last decade, 200,000 people have moved out of Harris County. Okay, fact. Number one concern for people in Harris County is public safety. Also a fact, John Whitmire, our mayor, believes that folks will come to the table if the money is devoted to public safety. Agreed, Sue?
Agreed. Mayor White, proposed the same thing, and it did happen. I do think that they will. But I do think they want to know that it's going to go for public safety and not be diverted off. Like, we had remember the flood tax? They called it. Where is that money? I don't think people think that's being implemented. Well, so I think they have to be very, very sure and very certain that it will go for public safety.
Marcus?
So listen to the problem you described. In the first set, we talked about people living under the poverty line, at or below the poverty line. In the second set, we just and them getting relief. In the second set, we're talking about, hey, people need relief. Come on, guys, we got to figure this out, right? So either there are people that are hurting, and we need to help them, or it's not. I think that when we look at the taxing that we're talking about, I think Charles makes a great point. We cannot expect the burden to be carried by hard-working people, but also we cannot expect for our city to prosper if we don't invest properly in the city.
Real quickly, Gary.
Yeah, well, the problem is we've been wasting money left and right. The leaders in our government, the city council and commissioners court, they truly believe that every project is as equally worthy as anything else, and there are no priorities. When you have no priorities, this is what happens. That's why our roads are falling apart. That's why our streets are dangerous. That's it.
And that's why Bob lives.
That's why Bob lives.